Hi y'all, this is the husband with Texas Roadrunners. We had a long video series where it explains how we are able to travel. And in this video series, I'm going to show you the actual spreadsheet that I used to do that with. The first one we used was our wasted money worksheet. And that's where we went through and we put in all our expenses and we found out how much money we had left over at the end of the month that we didn't know we had. Now in this one here, we're going to apply that to our snowball. In part one of this, I show you how to set this up. So the first thing is you have to put in all of your bills from smallest to largest. So you take all of your bills, get out your invoices, take a look at them, pile them up from smallest to largest. Then you're going to put in the name of it and the balance, the interest rate, and the minimum payment. If you overpay, don't put the overpay amount in, only put in the minimum. You do that for all of your debts. So anything that can be paid off. A light bill cannot be paid off, so that's not going to be in here. That's not a debt. Now in this case, I've made up several debts and included the house. So just so to give you an idea, we're going to go with 2 credit cards, a boat, a car, and a truck, and a house. That's what we have for debts to use as an example. We have a total debt of $203,000 for this example. On your house, you need to split up your escrow and your house payment. So if you're paying rent, that's not going to be in here, obviously. This rent isn't a debt. It's an expense, just like utilities. When you leave there, you don't have to pay that expense anymore. But the house, that's debt. So you're going to put in your house payment, the part that actually goes to principal and interest. If you look on that bill, it's going to be divided up. You'll have your principal and interest and your escrow. So say your total payment is $1,000. But $850 goes to the payment and $150 goes to escrow. That's your taxes and insurance and your PMI. Then that's what you're going to put in here. This amount is only to principal and interest. But in order to reflect the whole payment, we're going to put the escrow amount over here. That way, when you go through your debts, your payments, if you added up all your payments by looking at those monthly bills, it's going to add up to $1,979. But this gives us an accurate reflection on how long it would take to get out of debt. So now that I've explained how this works, we're going to do some scenarios. And we'll do that in part 2 because those take a little longer. So the thing I like about this worksheet is, for one, you can put in your actual debts. It really gives you a way to see how much you pay, how fast things are going to pay off, and it lets you adjust it per month. So let's put this back to 150 that we know we had when we used our wasted money worksheet. So we had 155. We applied that to our snowball, and now you can see that things are really going to start to pay off. But let's say something happened in March and you couldn't pay the 150. You know, you could actually come in and say, well, I only paid 100 that month. You could come in and put minus 50 and adjust it. Honestly, that's going to happen less than the other way. And the other way is going to be when you start to see how fast the balances go down and items pay off, you're going to start increasing that snowball. You'll have a yard sale and you'll put $200 on, or you'll get money back from your taxes and you'll put that tax money on, or you know, you'll decide that having a $20,000 car to drive 15 miles a day is crazy, and you can do that with a $3,000 car, and you sell the car, and yeah, you sell the car and you still owe $4,000, but that's a lot better than $20,000, and you can pay that $4,000 off a lot faster than you can pay off the $20,000. So when you decide to apply yourself to this is worst case scenario. And if you're in a bad situation, it may not seem possible that this is worst case scenario, but there's nothing more powerful financially than seeing that you have control. And once you realize that you have control, the sky's the limit. Feel free to comment below. If you need any help with the budget, just put in the comments, and I'll get you help somehow. We'll do email, or I'll answer the comments or something. But if you're interested in and you really don't understand it, let me know, because I want to help anybody that wants to be helped.